So if you haven't guessed from the title, then this is our trip announcement for our upcoming trip. If you see me looking down, it's just because I've got some notes so I don't babble too much. But yeah, so hello, welcome to our channel, It's the North World. I'm Sam, and I'll be travelling with my husband John and our children Hayden and Estella. So we're so excited for this trip. This trip's been planned for a really long time. So first of all, you're probably wondering where we're going. Well, we're going back to Disneyland Paris. And I know we were only there in February, but we were just there for a couple of days. But this is a really special trip. We are going, as I'm filming today, in 12 days time we will be at Disneyland Paris, and we're going for a very special reason. It's because it's Hayden's 13th birthday. We knew we wanted to do something really special for him. Turning 13 is a bit of a big birthday, first year as a teenager, so we knew we wanted to do something really special. So we've had this trip planned and booked for quite a while for him. He knows about it, he knows we're going. He doesn't know all the details, so there's still going to be some surprises along the way. But yeah, in 12 days time, on Hayden's birthday, we are going to be travelling to Disneyland Paris. So in order to get to Disneyland Paris, we have to go one of a few ways. So we could either have flown, we could have gone and drove on the Eurotunnel, but one of Hayden's favourite things are trains, and we've only been on the Eurostar once, and that was our first ever trip. So we decided, because it's Hayden's birthday, we'll go on the Eurostar, and we're actually travelling on his birthday. And I know a lot of people wouldn't want to travel on their birthdays, but for Hayden to be able to get up in the morning and go on the Eurostar on his birthday and then end up in Disneyland Paris, that would just be the best birthday ever for him. So we're actually driving down the night before, and we're driving down to London, and we park our car at a tube station just outside of London called Cockfosters, and you can leave your car there for up to 7 nights. And I think when John checked, for 7 nights for like a weekly pass, it was like £28, so it's really reasonable. So we're parking our car there, and then we will be getting the tube into London. The Cockfosters tube station is on the Piccadilly line, so that's the lane that goes right through from Heathrow, but we're coming in from the other side, and we'll be getting off at King's Cross, because I've booked a Premier Inn at St Pancras train station, so that we're really close for when we get up in the morning. It means that we don't have to get up too early. So yeah, so hopefully we're gonna have something to eat that night when we get there. We'll either go to McDonald's or have something to eat at the restaurant at the Premier Inn, and then we'll wake up in the morning. It's Hayden's birthday. We have some surprises for him, for his presents to open up before we set off. Our Eurostar has actually been pushed back to 10:30, so that gives us a little bit more time in the morning with him. And then we'll be travelling out to Disneyland Paris. We should be there early afternoon, and we're essentially doing the same coming back. So we're coming back on the direct Eurostar from Disneyland Paris to St Pancras, and then we'll be stopping at a Premier Inn there for the night before we go back to the car and drive all the way home. So when we get to Disneyland Paris, we'll be coming in at the train station. I think the plan is to head round to the bus station and get the bus round to our hotel, rather than put all the luggage through security and walk through Village, even though it's not that far of a walk. Because Hayden knows the hotel that we're staying at. We're staying at Sequoia Lodge again. We actually had this holiday booked before our February holiday, so this was meant to be our first stay at Sequoia Lodge. So we're staying there again. Hayden really enjoyed it when we stayed in February, so we know we've made a really good choice. But for the first time, we are going to be staying Golden Forest, which is basically Sequoia Lodge's club level. And this Hayden does not know. So we thought it was his birthday, it was a very special one. Let's make it really special. Let's do something that we haven't done before. And also when I booked it, I got a really good deal. I cannot recommend booking early enough. It's when you get the best prices. Occasionally you'll get a price drop, but honestly, book early, find out when those dates are going to be released and get on there. And also mess around with your dates as well. If you can go midweek, it's so much cheaper. Sundays for your first night are also really cheap in comparison to the other days of the week. Also have a look at how you're travelling, whether it be by plane, Eurotunnel, Eurostar. Have a look at those dates as well and just find that nice little sweet spot. Hayden will be missing a couple of days of school for us to do this trip, but school know about it. He's only missing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so yeah. But yeah, we're stopping Sequoia Lodge, Golden Forest. So what's included in Golden Forest is a room within the main hotel, so not the outer building, so it's the main hotel. The room is like a normal standard room, but you also get breakfast included, and that's in the Golden Forest Lounge, so that's not in any of the other restaurants. You get your own little lounge to have breakfast, which is really good because it'll be a lot quieter and a lot calmer for us and the kids, and a really, really nice way to start our days. So yeah, we get breakfast included. When we get there, skipping back a bit, when we get there we get our own little check-in area. Again, hopefully should be a lot quieter, although last time we went it was relatively stress-free. Checking in, it was really quiet. So yeah, our own check-in area, breakfast every morning, and we also get included tea time treats. So at around 3 o'clock every day they put kind of a little afternoon tea treat, little sandwiches and cakes and snacks and things out. Also soft drinks, tea, coffee, juices, all those things. So that'll be really, really good for us, and just a little bit of something different that we haven't done with us. But it works out really, really nicely because we are stopping for 4 nights and 5 days. So it's not the longest we've stopped at Disneyland Paris. We have done 7 nights. And obviously we just did 2 nights last time we went. So yeah, we're stopping for 4 nights, so 5 days. And we've never been at this time of year before. We've often gone off peak, so February. We've been at Christmas, we've been at Halloween, and the park closes relatively early, around 7-8 p.m. So this will be the first time that we've gone where the park is actually open until 10-11 o'clock at night, which means the fireworks show is going to be on at 11. So it means that we're going to be wanting to do a lot of late nights. So our plan is to maybe skip doing the early magic hours and getting up, having our nice breakfast that's all included, and having a leisurely morning, going out, doing what we need to do, and then coming back to the hotel around 3-4 o'clock to take full advantage of those tea time treats, stock up on our drinks and snacks, and then head back out to the parks so that we can hopefully last later into the evening to watch all the shows, which leads me on to my next point. So while we are there, we're incredibly lucky to still be celebrating the 30th anniversary. And as you may or may not know, Illuminations, which was the fireworks nighttime show that was brought out for the 25th anniversary, has currently stopped, and it's been replaced by Dreams as part of the 30th finale. Now, when we first ever started looking at going to Disneyland Paris, Dreams was the show that I personally really wanted to see. And then obviously we were there for the 25th anniversary, and Dreams then changed to Illuminations. Now, don't get me wrong, we absolutely love illuminations, and it will always be so special to us because it was the first fireworks show that we ever saw at Disney. But I am so excited that after all this time to finally get to see Dreams. So that is something that we're aiming to do at least once. Also, they've adapted the drone show that is just before, and that's changed, so that'll be something different for us to see. The Avengers show, unfortunately, isn't going to be on in studios, but I am intrigued to see if there is going to be anything else on in the evening in studios, or whether studios and the rides will just be open later. So yeah, we're really looking forward to seeing Dreams for the first time. That'll be so exciting and so special, especially because it's Hayden's birthday. Also, we're really excited for the past few trips. It's a Small World has actually been under renovation, and with us being It's a North World, and also It's a Small World also being the first ever Disney ride that we ever rode as a family, it was a tradition that we wanted to start, where when we got to the park we would walk down Main Street, we would walk through the castle into Fantasyland, and our first ride of the trip would be It's a Small World. But obviously it's been closed, so we've not been able to do that. So we're so excited to finally get back our tradition. So the first thing that we will be doing is hopefully walking down Main Street, walking through that beautiful castle, and going on It's a Small World. And I'm so excited to see it all. Sorry, that was just somebody at the door. I was actually having a Shop Disney parcel being delivered, so that'll be exciting. So yeah, so like I said, It's a Small World. We're going to be so excited to see that again. Estella really loves It's a Small World as well, and it was one of my mum's favourite rides as well, so it'll be so nice to finally get back on It's a Small World. We're also hoping to watch Dream and Shine Brighter as many times as we possibly can while we're there. It is the best charade that we have ever seen. That's John's term. He's decided it's not just a parade, it's a show, so it's a charade. But yeah, we're so excited. It is one of the best things that has come out of Disneyland Paris. It is the music, the characters, the whole vibe of it is just so fun and exciting, and so excited to be able to see that show and dance around again to it. Yeah, and we also want to try and see Stars on Parade as well. We absolutely love that parade. It was brought out for Disneyland Paris's 25th anniversary, and we were so lucky to see it back then. We didn't see the whole parade when we were there in February. Like I said, we were only there for 2 days, so we kind of prioritised things, but we knew we were coming back. So we'd really love to see Stars on Parade, and I'm hoping Mickey and the Magician's going to be on. We haven't seen that since our first ever trip, so that would be really nice to see. Some other rides that we're hoping to get on is, we haven't done Avengers Flight Force yet. I tried to get on it as a single rider last time we were there. The queue was just far too long, so hopefully we can try and do Flight Force. Must-dos are Phantom Manor, Big Thunder Mountain, and we haven't done Alice's Curious Labyrinth for a while. It's one of them things, it can take quite a while to get around, and when you're only there for a short trip, time is precious, so that would be something nice to do. It'd be nice to do some of the things that we haven't done for a while, the things that take a little bit more time. So yeah, those are the rides and attractions and shows that we're really hoping to do while we're there for Hayden's special birthday trip. So moving on from rides and attractions and shows and parades, moving on to probably the next important thing that you have to think about when you're going to Disneyland Paris: food. So we have 3 restaurant reservations for sit-down meals. On Hayden's actual birthday, when we get there in the evening, he has requested to go to Billy Bob's for his birthday meal. Now I know a lot of people have mixed things about Billy Bob's, but the last time we were there, back in 2020, we went to Billy Bob's, and Hayden absolutely loved it. It's a buffet style restaurant, but at the time, because it was during COVID, it was kind of table service. The buffet was still laid out, but you kind of told them what you wanted and they went and got it. And our server was the nicest guy you could ever meet, and he was so amazing with us and the kids. And literally Hayden ate his weight in chicken nuggets, and he absolutely loved that restaurant, and he's been dying to go back, and we just didn't have any time on our last trip to do any proper sit down restaurants, so he's requested Billy Bob's. So birthday boy's choice. You can actually order a birthday cake at any of the sit down restaurants. Now we haven't done that, just purely because the cake serves 8 people, and there's only 4 of us, and we're not entirely sure that the children will like it. It's kind of more of like a mousse and sponge cake. So it is a really, really nice thing to do for a birthday, but we are just going to tell our server when we sit down that it's Hayden's birthday. That's if he doesn't guess from all the birthday paraphernalia that he might be wearing. And hopefully we can get them to maybe bring a little dessert out, or put a candle in one of the cakes from the buffet or something like that. There's just no point in spending 30-35 euros on a birthday cake that's just not going to get eaten. But you can do that, so just bear in mind that if you do order a birthday cake, it's not an actual cake, it's kind of a combination of sponge and mousse. So yes, we have Billy Bob's booked for Hayden's birthday. We also have Pim Kitchen booked for during our trip. Now these restaurants we've actually booked later on in the day, as they're going to be long days, and we're having a breakfast. We'll have tea time treats at the hotel. So all these reservations we've booked kind of 5 o'clock onwards. So Billy Bob's we've got for around 7. Pim Kitchen we've got for about 5:30. Another one that Hayden wanted to try, he said the restaurant looks really, really cool. He says he's not a really big Avengers fan, but there are aspects of Avengers he does really, really enjoy. He loves Guardians of the Galaxy, and he loves Doctor Strange. So there are aspects of Avengers he likes. He's not a huge Spider-Man fan. I think he still likes Iron Man. But yeah, he just kind of thought that Pim Kitchen looked really cool. He likes the idea of the really big burgers and the little burgers and stuff. Our only concern is a lot of the food is pre-prepared with cheese and salad and sauces and things on. So we have pre-warned him, but we've always found Disney to be really, really accommodating, and because they're constantly replenishing food at the buffets, hopefully we can maybe ask them to make some of the burgers just plain without sauce and cheese, or we're able to take them off. So we are going with the mind frame that there may not be a lot of variety of food for the kids to eat, but we're kind of wanting to go for the experience of it as well as the food. There's plenty there for me and John to eat, and if there isn't a lot of savoury food, I know for definite the children will eat the desserts. So if we kind of have to do it all backwards and they eat a load of dessert and then we have to go and get something a bit more savoury afterwards, then that's how we'll play it. But we all really wanted to go to Pim Kitchen to experience it. That's what we're going to do. We'll feed back to you on that, either on the trip or in some way, shape or form when we come back. We know that eating in Disney can be a really difficult thing, especially in Disneyland Paris. There just doesn't seem to be as much beige plain food for those people who have limited palates. So we'll feed back on that and let you know. Staying on the Avengers theme, when we went on our last trip with the kids, we took them into Hotel New York Art of Marvel to go and have a look round. And again, Hayden's not a huge Avengers fan, but he absolutely loved the hotel. When me and John went on his 40th birthday trip, we actually ate in the Manhattan restaurant and it was amazing. The actual restaurant was beautiful. We really loved the hotel. We had a drink in the Skyline bar. So we wanted to try downtown. So I've managed to get a reservation for downtown, but it's at 10:30 at night. Now, what we've kind of decided to do was that would be one of the nights where we wouldn't go and see the fireworks or the shows, and that we'd go and have the restaurant, and that would kind of be the end to our day. What I am planning to do is the day of the reservation, when we either go back or leave from having our tea time treats at our hotel, is just to pop into Hotel New York and just ask them if there's any other reservations that are just that little bit earlier. Disney can be really, really accommodating, and one thing I have found when I've been booking the restaurants on the app is you'll put in that you want a table of 4, and it'll say there's none available. But if you change that to a table of 5, there is availability. So I don't really know how that works, how there can be a table of 5 but not a table of 4. I have actually, for I think it is Billy Bob's, I've actually ended up booking a table of 5 in order to get the time slot. But when I check in, I will check in as a table of 4, and I do keep checking to see if any tables of 4 come up, but they just don't. But I really, really wanted to secure that restaurant for Hayden for his birthday. So yeah, we've got Billy Bob's, Pim Kitchen, and downtown. And again, downtown is kind of the same situation as Pim. I'm not entirely sure what savoury food there will be there for the kids. With it being a late night one, we may have to go and get like a pizza from Earl of Sandwich or something if they don't eat very much, but we want to go for the experience. And again, there's plenty of desserts there that the kids will eat. We have been watching lots of vlogs and we have seen, oh, they'll probably eat that. So again, that's another restaurant that we will feed back to you, but we're not just doing it for the food, we want to do it for the experience. Either before or after, depending on whether I can change our reservation time or not, we will try and have some drinks in the Skyline bar. The cocktails that we had when me and John went was amazing. I think the kids will really, really love it in there. So yeah, so there are actual reservations that we've booked. We like to do some quick serves as well. I don't know how many we'll get done with having breakfast and the tea time treats at the hotel. I don't know if we'll use the quick serves a lot. Fuelto de Oro is currently closed down because it's being rethemed to a Coco themed restaurant, which I'm so excited about. But we do actually really, really like the burritos and things from there, so I'm hoping that they keep them. But yeah, so excited about that. But anyway, quick serves, we do really, really like Bella Norte. It ticks the boxes, all the boxes for all of us. It's got pizza, it's got spaghetti, it's got garlic bread. So it's got something there for everyone. We don't have to go to lots of different restaurants. We can just order from there. And also they've opened up a additional section which used to be like the ice cream place, that's all Luca themed. So that would be really, really nice to go in and maybe have a quick snack or something to share in there and have a look at the newly themed Luca area. Where else do we want to eat? Snack wise, I really, really want to try the new corn dogs that have come out. They do have them apparently in Pim Kitchen as well, but I'd like to try the corn dogs. We always get Mickey cookies and we always get the cake pops from the bakery on Main Street. They are like kind of must get snacks. And this time I am really, really going to try and get, before we see Dreams, the 30th anniversary champagne in the champagne glass. I was going to do it last time, I never got round to it, so that's on kind of my little bucket list to do this time. But yeah, so we'll see if there's any other new snacks. There's the new Magnum Creations. They've changed the kind of theming over, so we'll see what theme that they've got when we go. But yeah, Magnum Creations, there's something. And there's like a new Buzz Lightyear themed like dessert based snack that might be nice to try. But yeah, we'll just see what snacks there are available, and obviously you'll see us trying them and what we think of them on the vlog. But yeah, that's a bit of an overview of our trip that we've got coming up. We will be vlogging the trip, so do keep an eye out for those. I am going to be doing a pack with me video as well, so this will be the first pack with me video I've done for a Disney trip, and I'll be doing it specifically for travelling on the Eurostar as well. So there's no kind of weight limit or anything like that, which is really, really good, which means I can take as many lounge flies and pairs of ears as I want. And no, it is not excessive to take 20 pairs of ears for 4 days. It's not at all. I don't think it'll be 20, but there might be quite a few pairs of ears. But it means that we've got that little bit of extra room, and also I'll be making sure that we've got room for bringing things back. Again, because we're not flying this time, we're not going to be limited. I have my eye on quite a few things. There's a particular figurine in Harrington's that I have loved for years, and it's never been either in the budget to buy, or we've never had the space to bring it back. But I am crossing my fingers that it is still there and I'm able to bring it home with me, because I absolutely love it. There's a couple of Spirit jerseys that I'm wanting to get. I'm hoping there might be some of the 100th anniversary stuff. So yeah, I know the kids will obviously bleed us dry out there. They get like a little spending budget, and trying to rein them in and make them not spend it all at the end of the first day is a nightmare. So we kind of try and avoid shops. We tend to look around them when Estella's having a nap, because she is like the shopping queen. She loves to shop, and every shop she goes in she feels the need to have bought something. So yeah, there'll be plenty of shopping. You'll see lots of merch and what they've got available. What else? We'll also be covering Priority Pass. If you haven't already seen, I did a YouTube live with the Trekking Tailors and Emma's Pixie Dust, and we were talking all about disabilities in Disney at Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney World. So I'm going to try and cover the Priority Pass that we use a little bit more in this trip. Kind of when we go on the rides, try and show you the entrances, and just give you some really, really honest and useful information about the Priority Pass and how we find it helps us, and things that possibly they could tweak and change to just make things that little bit more easy. I've also started putting a little bit of a blog post together to put on our blog that hopefully should be up before we go, with some information on the Priority Pass and the Easy Access Pass and disabilities in Disneyland Paris, with some links on there so you can like find all the information that you want. So that'll be going up. And I think that's it. I think that's all we've got coming up. I am thinking, we didn't actually vlog our February trip, but I do have a few photos. I lost quite a lot because my SD card corrupted. So what I'm thinking of doing is doing what I've done for the Walt Disney World vlogs. And even though we didn't even though we didn't vlog the Walt Disney World trip, I have put kind of photo slideshows together, if you will, of those trips. So I'm thinking of doing that for our last trip. So hopefully that should be going up soon. And yeah, just kind of subscribe to our channel. Please like this video. Every like, every subscribe means so much to us. All we want to do is kind of record all our memories that we have as a family, and also help you guys with, you know, your trips that you're coming up, whether it's to Disney or Centre Parks or Alton Towers or any of the other places that we go to, because we understand travelling and doing things as a family with additional needs and hidden disabilities can be really, really challenging, and a lot of stuff that's out there is, you know, very positive. You see a lot of things on Instagram, and it only goes on Instagram if it's worthy. We try and be very honest here on our channel and on our Instagram. And, you know, as much as I will not show you on the vlogs the children having a full-on meltdown, I will mention it in the videos. You know, I did on Centre Parks, you know, I was totally honest. Just because you are in Disney doesn't mean to say that your children's personality changes. You know, Hayden is Hayden, Estella is Estella. I have my issues, John has his, and we are still the same people in Disney. And it's just kind of about, you know, finding what works for you as a person and as a family. So yeah, hopefully anything that we kind of put out there to do with, you know, our trips, our reviews, our packing, you know, will help somebody. If it helps one person, then I'm happy. And if we've got really, really amazing vlogs and videos to look back on, then that's great for us. So if you've stuck around, I don't know how long this video is, but if you've stuck around, thank you so much. Please like, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, so then you'll be notified of any of our other videos and vlogs that come up on our channel. I'll also be adding some shorts as well. And go and follow us over on Instagram as well, because I'll be adding to stories on there while we're in Disneyland Paris. I'll also be putting some reels out there. Anything that I've mentioned in the video, I will try and link below in the comments. But yeah, thank you for joining me, and we will see you in Disneyland Paris in 12 days for Hayden's birthday. If you are there at Disneyland Paris towards the end of May and you do see us, please come over and say hello to us. It'd be really, really nice to meet some of you out there. But yeah, if you see us, say hello, even say happy birthday to Hayden. It'd so make his day. But yeah, so for now, we'll see you real soon. Bye.